Alright guys, here we go again. Today let's talk about how social media has killed our happiness. You know, social media platforms are well thought out. They are smart enough, thanks to their algorithms, to understand what your tastes are, what you like to see, what your perfect world is, you know? Let's take myself as an example. If I open Instagram and look up some, random pictures, I scroll down, I will see basically my perfect world. I will see my dream car with my dream mods in the color I like the most. I will see that perfect, basically Asian girl with perfect boobs, perfect ass, dressed the way I like. I will see a lot of, pixel perfect pictures of the countryside I like a lot. Long story short, Instagram knows what I like to see. They know how to catch me. They know what my, perfect world looks like. And if you're not, careful, and if you're watching too much, social media, for example, if I spend my entire day looking at social media, I could have the illusion this is the norm. I could have the illusion the norm is to drive that car, to date that girl, to go there, to have done this, And if I didn't, or if I haven't, all these things, I'm basically a failure, okay? That's the problem with social media today. People look at a lot of, nice things online. They look at perfection. The algorithms know what these people like to see. And they basically throw it at them and showing them, what they should be, what they should drive, what they should own, who they should date, okay? And if they don't in the real world, because around you, of course, everything is different, they could feel like they're not worthy, They could feel like, they are failure. And that's the problem, All these men, all these women watching online, content of perfection is the problem nowadays. So of course, what you see online, what is thrown at you, is not the norm. Of course, it's perfection. Of course, it's the best of the best of the best you can get for yourself, The algorithms know what you want to see. They know what your tastes are. So of course, what you see there is the finest of the finest. But it is not the real world. In the real world, things aren't perfect. That girl isn't perfect. Your wife won't be perfect. Your dream car isn't perfect. Your car you're driving is most likely a second-hand car. It's not perfect. It breaks down. It's sometimes dirty, Of course, on Instagram, all the cars are polished, perfect. But in the real world, your car gets dirty. Your car breaks down. Your house have problems with the floods, Your neighbors, are a pain in the butt. You know what I mean? In the real world, it's different. But of course, social media tries to give you the illusion what's over there is the norm. They try to give you the illusion so that if you are not living the way you should be living there, you're not living, with this girl, you're not living in this, driving this car, not living in this house, not traveling to this place, you aren't worthy, That's the problem. So that makes a lot of people miserable today. They think my life is shit. I don't make enough. I don't drive this car. I don't live there. I don't own this house. I don't hate these girls. So basically, I'm a failure. But they are not. They are not. They're just normal people. Okay, they are the norm. And sometimes they are doing great. Sometimes people who are in the real world are doing pretty good. They feel miserable because there is always somebody richer than you. There is always somebody with a more powerful car. There is always somebody with, a nicer house. There is always somebody who has traveled over 150 countries, There is always a man who has fucked more women than you. You know what I'm talking about, It's an infinite race. There is always better than you, always faster, always smarter, okay? So that's the problem. The real world is not social media. But because a lot of people tend to spend a lot of time on social media, myself included, you could think social media is the norm, it's the way to be, it's what you should do, it's how you should live. But no, it's not, okay? It's not. It's an illusion. It's an illusion built up by the algorithms, okay? And that makes people miserable today, okay? And of course, if you're not careful, if you're not, aware about this, you can easily end up miserable. And around me, when I talk to friends, to my wife, to people I know, I always tell them, I've been working with social media for years now, which is true. I'm an online entrepreneur, so I do use, social media a lot. Be careful, guys. I tell them, be careful, guys. This is not the truth. This is not what the real world is like, okay? I'm not saying you should, just live an average life and be happy with, the bare minimum. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying be careful. What's thrown at you online is perfection, which doesn't exist. And if it exists, it will be existing maybe for 1% of people, okay? So be careful. What you see there is not real life. It's an illusion, okay? If you found this useful, smash the like button, subscribe, and share this video. Check the links below in the description. Comment, of course. And have a good one. I'm gonna continue my walk, enjoying, fresh air and the French countryside. This is the real world. This is not Instagram. This is not Facebook. This is not illusion. This is real. Talk to you soon.